Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to the J360 Mini Bites here on J360 Radio, hosted by J.M. Brady. I am your host, J.M. Brady. Let's get into it. Hey, how's it going, J360 Legion? What is happening? Welcome to the Mini Bites here for episode 183. I am your host, J-Man, of course. And yes, your ears are not deceiving you. I am actually here right now. And let me just tell you this, it's been a crazy few weeks, but needless to say, it needed to get done. Your man always pushing the envelope, you know what I mean? You got to. I mean, elevating J360 Productions is never an easy task, but it needs to be done. And not to mention, you know, the old ways are okay, but it's always good to look for something new. And let me just tell you this, I've been pushing it. And the truth is that I want you guys to have a better experience than what you've been having. So I made a few decisions leading up to this moment. Decision number one, you do not have to worry about a new channel right now because we are going to be on Spreaker for one more year. Yes, we are. You know why? Because, this is where you guys can find me, and this is where you can listen to the shows live, and not to mention, we have a lot of fun here on Spreaker. We're not dealing with the crazy YouTube terms of services or, Daily Motions terms of services. It seems like every single video channel is renewing their terms of services and finding more ways to ruin the experience for the creator, except for those that actually know how to ride this out and have nothing to deal with. See, with me, yeah, you guys didn't get any content last week because I wanted to test out something with the algorithm. And granted, I was doing it on a lot of the social media networks outside of YouTube and all that jazz. But from what I found, a lot of the long form content isn't hitting like it should because, the algorithm comes in, transcribe through your stuff. Oh, if they find one thing wrong, chances are they're going to be pushing it where it doesn't exist at all. And you see, with me and my controversial ways, which is amazing considering that thinking for yourself and being your own person is controversial, then we already in trouble, But I can dive into that for the J-Man show. But I've noticed, when I talked about, hope and all that other stuff, because it fits that little basket, it managed to generate at least 100 listens and 100 views and then some. Whereas when I pretty much called out a publication for making everything a crisis, such as Starfield being review bombed and all that stuff, which is funny because it was a highly anticipated game, but because people remember how Bethesda operates with, occasional glitches and problems and things feeling unfinished, they realize that, hey, I'm playing a Bethesda game. Does Skyrim ring a bell to anybody? Because Skyrim, for all of its greatness, had problems too. You see, but I went ahead and I clapped back against the publication, and apparently this generation or this whole new world here doesn't like that. And let me just tell you this, screw what it doesn't like. I mean, if the sky went from blue to gray immediately, people don't like that. Or say if the winds change or all that kind of stuff, or rain just happens, people don't like that. Things are so ridiculous with people now, and the fact that everybody is so scared of AI and all that stuff, like I said, I'm not going to die on this hill. These are things that were designed by people for an agenda, and the best way to beat an agenda sometimes is to use that agenda against them. And let me just let you know this. A lot of this crazy stuff going on, it's not going to help anything. All this stuff right here. Everybody wants to fit in with the popular social groups. I've noticed that too, because some people went ahead and unfollowed J360 Productions on IG, but Instagram has always been weird anyway with the follower count and all that stuff. But, we still hang in there because we all want to grow our brands and get where we need to be. Look, the point is, if you look back to the earlier days where people were starting out with their brands and engineers, inventors, and scientists and authors, all sorts of people were united and they were talking. Yeah, they might have stole from each other on occasion and all that kind of stuff. But the thing about it is, a long time ago, you had people that were the lay of the land because of the findings that we use nowadays. And now because more and more people, I guess they feel like they have the unwarranted self-importance, they found a way to mess that up. In a way, you had a little bit of unity there just because of, what your findings were. Or like if you always dealt with something and you went out on a social group and stuff, and there were things that you talked about that probably didn't fit like the talk in town, but they didn't hold it against you and all that kind of stuff all the time. Even though at the same time as I speak about this, yeah, there was racism, yeah, there was sexism, yeah, there was all this other stuff. But needless to say, people still found a way to have fun. And even with all that stuff regarding content creators, like who has more subscribers, who has more this, that doesn't dictate value and stuff. There are people that are being blindsided every day. You understand what I'm saying? Like being shadow banned, blocked out. Like, some people have a different narrative to things. Lots of people are on Rumble, but, at the same time, Rumble's a right-wing outlet, allegedly. Well, it is, but at the same time, people can still speak. YouTube, on the other hand, is pocketed by a lot of that Democrat money. So at the end of the day, if you're not speaking about what's liberal, you're already blocked out. It's like everybody has their own clubhouse, but yet everybody wants to be alike too. And it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. And these things are ran by people no different than you or me. And that's what's so sad about it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember one time dealing with TikTok to help add to the J360 growth over there, which it's doing okay, but at the same time, I really don't care for TikTok. This is more of a business thing. Okay? But you see, dealing with TikTok and stuff, I actually did pay for like the growth because they kept talking about, hey, you should pay to get more people to engage with you. I was like, whatever. Let's go ahead and see what this is like. Because I had money to burn at the time. And see, as I went about doing this, it was doing fine. It was doing great. But then all of a sudden, they canceled it out instead of following through on the 7 days. Because there were people that were actually engaging and everything. And what happened was they were like, oh, it's not creative enough. Oh, you got a QR code on it. Oh, this shouldn't be a thing. And I'm like, screw you, TikTok. Who the hell are you to dictate what exactly I use and what I don't use? That's the whole point of the creative process. You function by trial and error usually. But if you have something to say and a message that is important to you, you do what you can to get it out there. And the thing about it is, it was getting out there, but once again, I guess it just didn't fit with TikTok's ideal of stealing people's data and then utilizing said data as a way to make a profit, in addition to like all these other social networks, which is why one time I was just slowing down with it. I don't really depend on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm here, enjoy me while I'm here. That's why I always say that. Because I could turn this crap off and just go away. And the truth is, when I turn it off, I'm only turning it on for J360 stuff. Because that said, you guys rely on this stuff heavily. Some of y'all put your whole lives out there. And, more power to you. But when somebody goes ahead and data breaks that stuff and sells it around and everything, that is your cross to bear. But you see, when it comes to, like, me, the brand is the most important thing. I'm here to build a biz. I'm here to go ahead and give you guys new stories, new concepts. I want to make you think. I want you all to respond to me about things that you care about. And like, in turn, there are moments where I'm like, hey, I don't care, but here's the thing. You should be made of tougher stuff no matter how I say things and respond to you. Because you guys would have responded to me the same way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, is there reasons when J-Man says, I don't care? Like, how does that affect you? Because it seems like I'm not going to go ahead and roll out the red carpet for you. I'm probably not. Because we're all going to walk on it together. That's how the tribe's supposed to work. I mean, we all have different personalities. We all have different ways of seeing things, doing things. And it's okay that if we communicate on a way that doesn't, treat people like peons and insult people, maybe that's a better way. Now, for those of you out there, like I said, I don't know how to talk to y'all nice. I know how to talk to y'all like a person. If you did good, you did good. If you didn't do well, you came in second in a 1v1. You didn't win. And, you got to get used to that. You got to understand that not everybody's going to like you. And, like, not everybody's going to be about your message. And then you have to remember exactly what your message was about. I had to remember that by seeing all that stuff fall apart. Like, when I looked over at the J360 Facebook page and, like, people are sitting there, that's your satellite to us when we don't have J360Productions.com doing anything right now. And the truth is, it's being worked on. Like all the other stuff around here, it's being taken care of. I'm working on different sets every day, y'all. And the truth is that I enjoy every bit of it, and it's going to be very important for all of you in the J360 Legion. That's why this is taking center stage right now. You see what I'm saying? And you see, like, the way things are going, I like creating for you guys. I like having a good time, and I like the next projects to come on in because things are going to get a lot more in-depth. There's going to be a lot more complex projects coming around. I mean, I'd like to go ahead and work on a few features while I'm still here. Strike or no strike, this is the perfect time for independent media to rise. You know what I mean? Give these people competition, is what I always say. But, you know, people just don't see it that same way because guess what? They done bought you off. They done found a way to take your integrity from you. Or, hey, guess what? They promised you something at the end, and, you know, chances are you're still thinking you're going to get it, but they're going to find ways to change that deal. It's out here all the time. But you see, as I keep working on my stuff, because I don't go anywhere else, this is my stuff. And this is partly your stuff, too. If you're about the J360 Productions way, well, guess what? We just have to keep running our race, don't we? See, I'm not here for the fake fans. I'm not here for the fake friends. I'm not here for the put-on parties and all these other crazy things. I'm not here for that. That's my ex-girlfriend's crap. The point is this. I'm not here for anything except real artists, real stories, real content, real creative, real talk all the time. And people want to live in a fantasy world. If you want to live in a fantasy world and you're well over the age of 21, oh my God, you spit on the ground where you walk. But those of you that really go through it and manage to make time for my content and manage to live your lives like I live my life to make room for everybody else's content, if I can, those that I respect anyway, we're going to make it. But this is not the time to give up. This is the time to rework and reprocess how to go about this thing. You see what I'm saying? All right, but you see, with the way things are going right now, I can only give you, at best, a rush weekend of content. Project Conference 13 is coming, but it's not going to be this week. It's going to be next Thursday. So, and the Power Play is being delayed to next week, too. So those are only two of the shows that are being pushed back. This week, you're getting the Mini Bites happening right now, the J-Man Show happening tomorrow, and then, of course, you're getting J360 Jams 76 happening on Friday, because Friday belongs to Jams. By the way, we're going to have to work on something a little bit different with regarding of J360 Jams, okay? Because Instagram is not doing what I specify it to do, in addition to like some of these other social media networks. Any of you musicians out there that are listening to me right now, email me at j360jams@gmail.com. That way, so we can go ahead and have this communication set up, and I will work this whole thing out. We need to stay in step with each other, and not to mention a lot of you other musicians I used to work with and all. You know, we need to go ahead and clear all the blocks out of the way, because that show is a good show. And you know what? A lot of you out there that have not been banished from said show, like, I don't know what happened, but we're going to have to really rework that. And trust me, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I don't mind talking to people in the Jam fam, much in the same way I don't mind talking to other creatives. It's just when people try to misuse that friendship and that relationship, that's a problem. But like I said before, we need to work this out. Because one way or another, if they're trying really hard to dampen a creator's message to a whole population, you know they're ruining relationships and connections between one-on-one or people in a group or any of that stuff now. And I think it stinks. I think it's really pathetic and sad. And even if you're in a group, like, you know, you should have your own mind. We all should be thinking of different things. And then at the same time, work on not getting offended when people don't agree with our ideas. Do you see what I'm saying? It took me a while to get to that point, and I'm still learning about things, but let me just tell you, it's not to the point where you cannot talk to me and I can't talk to you. Do you see what I'm saying? We need to get rid of all that eggshells crap and just really start working together as a group. And then, like, you know, for the audience sake and for those that get inspired by us sake, and, like, the right people are right there, but these companies and all this stuff, they're doing whatever they can to dilute our reach. So let's not die on that hill. All right? Anyways, that's all I got for right now for the Mini Bites tonight. Tune in for the J-Man Show tomorrow, and we will have more to talk about soon, okay? Oh, by the way, tomorrow is Thursday, Yes, it is. So at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern, that's the end for 76's submissions, okay? So email your 2 tracks to j360jams@gmail.com, okay? I'll be standing by, so I'll be looking to see like what you guys bring in. But all in all, though, you take care of yourselves, and we will meet up again soon. This is J-Man signing off. Peace.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.